Hi, my name is Bethany Struble. I'm an interior designer and I'm here to talk about some simple home makeover tips. So if you're trying to redesign your space, I think the first thing that you should do is put everything in a board, like a Pinterest board, or if you do it on Photoshop, just grab your favorite pieces that catch your eye and look over the entire thing and see if it actually works. Because a lot of the times we like a lot of different things. Sometimes you need to pull back a little bit and really analyze what your style is and what you're going for in the space. One of the first rules to make things appear bigger than they actually are is to have light colored walls. And I'm sure a lot of people know that trick. Starting with a nice bright base really can open up the space and trick the eye into thinking that there are no walls. And also mirrors are a huge way to make your space appear larger. Big mirrors on the walls. I'm a fan of mirrors. And having things in your space that draw your eye up. So whether it be a really cool light fixture or having shelves that go up to the ceiling can really make a space feel a lot more grand than it actually is. I use a lot of different sources for my inspiration. Pinterest is definitely one of them. Anything that I can grab and put into kind of a mood board and have it all in front of me is what I look for in an inspiration site. So House is really good because you can save items and then put them into an actual kind of board they have built into their app. Trends in the interior space are a lot slower and last a lot longer than in the fashion space. If you are up to date with the latest trends for kitchens, that'll probably last around 5 to 10 years. Every 10 years you can expect things to change pretty drastically. That's why right now a lot of millennials are changing their kitchens and bathrooms and like updating all the tile and everything because it's all very Tuscany style, and I feel like a lot of people don't like the granite anymore. They like the marble, and so I think in about 10 years you'll see a new trend with countertops. When you are trying to stay up to date with the trends and you can't redo your entire home. A lot of the trends that are easier to keep up with and that change a lot more frequently are the color trends. So something easy to do would be to change your wall color, change your rug and your pillows on your couch to stay up to date with what is trending. And usually you can find things on Pinterest, things that are popping up more often. The retail sites will catch on to those trends and you should be able to find what is trending based on what is being sold. A lot of the times people don't have enough money to completely gut their kitchen or completely gut their bathroom. They make really good just like stickers that you can put on the back as a backsplash, which is like a really huge money saver. And they look pretty realistic and it's really good especially if you're renting. So one of the challenges when using a client's old furniture in the space is a lot of the times it might be too big or too small for the space that they're in. It sometimes can add character, and there's definitely a way to make your old furniture work in your space. You just have to pull from either the colors of the piece or the overall vibe or aesthetic and sort of like incorporate that into your design. The scale of the furniture is important in a space. You need your couch to work with your coffee table. If your coffee table is way taller than your couch, it doesn't work. You'll bang your knee on it when you're walking by and all that. And having your coffee table too low or your side tables too low next to your couch will be an annoyance, and you want to make sure that it levels out so that the space is functional for you. Also, keep in mind your height, how you use the space too. And if you are living alone, you can make your space as low to the ground as you want it to be. And if you like it that way, you like it that way. If I'm designing a space just from nothing, and I have complete creative control, I will usually start with art. I'm really inspired by art, and I think that if you have an art piece that you really love, you can really play off the colors in it, and that can create a really interesting space. I think that art is a really good place to start if you don't know what to do in your space. Making things feel cozy really comes down to accessories. So having this nice fur blanket, I think really warms up the space. Candles and pillows, plushy pillows, and a rug can really make things feel a lot warmer and cozier. And having a rug, I think, is one of the most important things if you have hardwood floors, to really create a little zone for yourself. Rugs are a really good way to make things feel complete and like a little package that you can just curl up and feel warm in. I think it depends on how much light your space actually needs. If you have built-in lights in the ceiling, then you might not need as many lamps and accent lighting. If you don't have overhead lights, you need a lamp in the living room that will disperse light. You don't want to just have task lighting. A space where you are going to use the task lighting, like in a corner of your couch where you're going to be reading, it's nice to have a task lighting lamp there. But overall, I think one really good bright lamp in the living room and a task light should be enough for a living room setting. I'm a fan of restaining or painting old furniture pieces that you still love and want to keep. Restaining is, I think, easier than a lot of people think. It is a big project, but you can get it done in 2 days depending on the size of the furniture piece, with some help from friends possibly. It's a fun project. I enjoy doing stuff like that. A lot of people don't, but there are a lot of places that you can take your old furniture pieces to get it restained. It can get a bit pricey. If you don't want to go that route, painting is an option, is a good option as well. Just painting it in a color that you know will go with the rest of your furniture. If you have a bunch of different wood tones, I actually don't think that that's a bad thing. I like mixing different wood tones. I think if you have all the same wood color, it can look a bit stark and boring. So it might look like you went to a store and just bought their living room kit. And not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but I think it lacks character if you have all of the same type of furniture. I hope that these tips help you out, and thanks for watching. Bye.